Good evening, everybody. I thought tonight I'd do a layout update. It's been ages since I last did one, and to be honest, I don't think any of you will really recognise this layout, or certainly it's not had an introduction yet. We moved house last July, and the old layout, although I really liked it and I enjoyed working on it, there were parts of it which were very tedious. It was only single track. It was 12 foot by 3 foot, and the curves on it were really tight, like 17 inches. Couldn't really run anything bigger than like a class 20 or a class 25. It just kept derailing on the corners. So I used the moving home as an excuse to scrap that layout and start a new one. You may have seen it on Facebook or some of the update videos on locos that I've recently done, but this will be the layout's formal introduction as such. So it's a 12 foot by 6 foot layout, and one of my primary aims with this one was that it had to be able to be taken down completely. So if we move again, it's coming this time. So it took me like 3 months maybe to do all the woodwork, evenings and weekends, but it will come down. There's two 8x2 boards and a 6x3 and a 3x2, and then all of the back seams come off into pieces, all of the legs come off. I'll just quickly show you underneath what it's like. Yep, so example, 2 bolts here holding this bit and this bit together. Bolts come out, and then the legs undo these brackets here, and the legs just slide out. Got butt hinges at the bottom here, not the hinge pin out, knock the hinge pin out at the top, and it all comes apart. And that was one of my aims with this layout, because I didn't want to lose all my work again. Another aim was nice, gentle, sweeping curves. We've got 30-inch radius on the outside, even the inside's 24 inches, so it's really nice and gentle. I wanted to try super elevation for the first time, which I've done. I wanted a viaduct, which we've got, a branch line, an incline, just to put in everything that I wanted on it. So I'll give you a quick pan round, and then we'll have a look at some individual areas. So as you can probably see, the track's all laid, and I've just finished the electrics today, bar a few switches, but I'm waiting for some wires. But I've had the last month, or last 6 weeks off work on sick, after an operation on the lower body, so upper body's been fine for doing work on this, which is the main thing. Back scenes, in case you're wondering, are part of the ID back scene range, and I think it's Clanberis packs A and B. We got them when we were down at the South Devon Railway in December. Right, so this area here is going to be branch line terminus station. Your viaduct. Track on the right is going to be going back down to the main line. Track on the left is going to go over to the colliery, which will be in the corner. The viaduct is a Wills kit with a couple of extensions. These two bridges here are both scratch built bridges. You've got the truss bridge at the front, single track, which is based on a prototype in Padstow over the River Camel, and one on the left is a 2-track bridge which I've designed and made. The entrance under the wood over there goes to a 2-lane storage yard, which will eventually, if we move or if I ever get any more space in another room, that corner over there, I'll cut a hole in it, and there'll be a depot on a separate board around the back, which the 2 tracks would feed into. I'm just going to pause it, go into the middle, and then I'll show you the other side. Okay, so I'm now in the middle cutout, which is 6 foot by 2 foot, so it's ample room to get a couple of people in. So this area along here is going to be the station. As you can see, I've already started the retaining wall, and I've made one of the platforms, which is 5 foot long, I think it is. Retaining wall is the ratio kit, and platforms all scratch built using a wooden former covered with Wills Victoria stone sheets, Wills frontage, and then some Plastruct edging. I didn't want card kits on this layout. Don't like the look of them. I know some people do, but I don't like the lack of texture, so I need to try and scratch build everything for this. Which I know it'll take longer, it'll be a bit more expensive, but time's on my side, so that's good. This area here is going to be another platform which will serve this line and the bay. I've already started building it, it's in the garage at the moment, and we'll do an update once it's on the layout. Yep, so you've got your 2 stopping tracks and you've got your fast lane through the middle. Quickly show you the storage yard whilst I'm over here. Can we do this or not? Okay, so entrance into the storage yard. And you can see it goes under the branch line, which is on a one of the Woodland Scenics incline sets. And then a point into the storage yards, which are enough to house 5 plus 2 HST. So back down this end, you can see where the branch line goes behind the station and up to the top. We've got a 4-track level crossing, which is one of the Wills modern kits, which we've converted. As you can see, we've had to widen the centre sections. It'll all be painted, so you'll never even know that once I do it. Junction where the branch line meets the main line again. Around this junction here is going to be into a 2-lane freight yard here, which will serve this area, which is going to have a fishing boat and be a small dockyard. Line here is going to go over into this corner to serve a small whisky distillery. Again, I know there's colliery, whisky distillery, dockyard, but they're all going to be very small. I'm not going for a full colliery like last time where it takes over the layout. This layout, when the scenery's done, it's going to be mainly scenery with a few small industries. So there'll be representations of the industry rather than full scale models as such. And then just again, so this area here is going to be a river. Under the bridges, it's going to be all decked out with foam and water and all sorts. I've got it all in my mind anyway. It's just getting time to do it. But we've got a baby due next week, so I guess time isn't going to be on my side. But I just wanted to get all of the wiring done and trains running around before he comes. After that, I guess it'll be just little bits here and there. Yeah, so one other thing I do want to show you, controls, which you may be thinking, I've not seen any switches or mimic panels or controls yet. So what I've done is made a small drawer here. Open the drawer and look what's inside. So you've got your mimic panel here, which is acrylic board, spray painted, taped the track off with 6mm Tamiya low tack tape, spray painted it white, dried, tape off, spray painted it black, dried, drill the holes, and then it's just the momentary contact switches already on, off, on switches. Yep, works a treat, really does, really happy with that. All the gubbins underneath, and then we've got the AC transformer, the solenoid motors, and then just the gauge master unit. I suppose I could drill a hole in the front and have the wire coming out, but I'm happy to just put it away when I've used it. I didn't really want a hole in the front, so I think it looks quite smart as it is. So, yep. Right, well that's a brief tour of the layout. Didn't want to go on with myself all night. Might just do a small running session now though with a couple of GWR locals I've got out just to show you what it's like going around. Okay, so we've got 3 trains running tonight. We've got 64 Double X, which is coming past now with 2 chocolate and cream Mark 1 coaches. That's a Batman modelling GWR green. And coming the other way straight away, we've got 56 Double X, which is another Batman model in the Great Western colours, pulling a small train of coal empties, 16 tonnes. And then coming the other way on the inside line, we've got the Class 108, which is another Batman model. And about to be overtaken by 64 Double X, looking at it. Probably wouldn't happen in real life, but... And hopefully, to get round here quick enough... Ooh, no, you couldn't quite see the super elevation there. Let's follow this 56 Double X round. It's a cracking little loco, this. Very, very powerful as well. I know it's only got 5 wagons and a brake on there, but I've had it going a lot more than that and it can definitely handle it. '64 Double X is coming down from the left here. And the 108 is about to jump in as well. As you can see, very nice and graceful, gentle turns. Just what we wanted for this one. The 108, sorry, going across the single track truss girder bridge. Going round past where platform 2 is going to be. And there we go. As you can see, I've got quite a few GWR locos now. It is the start of a new trend. It is going to be a layout which is based on the Western region. We've had plenty of holidays in Cornwall and fell in love with the place, so there are going to be a lot of Western region features on the layout. Hopefully this gives you a bit of a look into how it's going. I've not gone. It's just hard to do YouTube videos and find time really. I'm doing a lot of modelling and enjoying it, which is the main thing. So there'll be a few videos coming up soon. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, please put them in the box below and I'll get back to you. Well, bye for now.